Out of all the bastions of Indian history around the country, from temples to monuments, we have curated a list of the best forts to visit by road. 1. Because of the adventurous history, and 2. Because forts are a great indicator of the powers that were and how the geopolitical landscape of India changed through time. But 3, and most importantly, because most of them are road trips that are possible and that can be made. So before we get into history, let's set the onboard navigation on the Hyundai Elantra to our destination in Jodhpur. Starting from Delhi, it's a relatively straightforward 600-kilometer run down NH 48 past Jaipur, Ajmer and Bewar.
So that's Mehrangarh. It's derived from two Sanskrit words meaning the fort of the sun god, and obviously the sun is beating down on us. It's Jodhpur midday, but we are going to check it out. We've heard a lot of cool things about this fort, which is actually built by the person for whom Jodhpur is named after, Rao Jodha. There's a lot more interesting things to know about the fort. Let's go check it out.
Mehrangarh Fort is an example of Giridurga or hill fort. You'll find traditional musicians playing tunes beginning right from the main gate called Jaipur. As we walk around the fort, the city of Jodhpur or Jodhagarh wouldn't exist as we know it if it weren't for the imposing hilltop fort built by Rao Jodha. Jodha's father was assassinated in his own bed in the Mandore fort, and his son Jodha was forced to flee. Once back at the helm, Jodha was advised to found a new capital, better protected from enemy attack, and so shifted the seat of power to the Mehrangarh fort at the top of a high rocky ridge. It is from this impenetrable fortress that Rao Jodha and subsequent rulers defended Jodhpur from numerous attacks over the years. You can even see evidence of cannonball damage to the massive doors. That's not all. It is said the Ranis who committed sati when Maharaja Man Singh passed away left their mark here too. The walk up is steep but gives you a chance to appreciate what daily life within the walls of Mehrangarh might have been like. More than just a seat of military power, Mehrangarh was also a place of patronage for the arts and music, as well as home to the royals. Here you can let your imagination run wild. The glittering and golden Phul Mahal was said to be the pleasure dome, and its grandeur definitely seems over the top. In fact, Bollywood is obsessed with the fort, with several movies having been shot here. Even Hollywood has visited, with a scene from The Dark Knight Rises featuring the fort. RIFF is a popular annual folk music festival that is held here. The founder of the Mehrangarh Fort Trust, Gaj Singh II, has done a remarkable job converting the fort into a tourist-friendly location, which also sustains itself. In fact, most of the surviving weaponry comes from his inheritance. The fort was home to his direct ancestors before they shifted to the Umaid Bhavan Palace. For a taste of royalty, one could also stay at the Balsamand Lake Palace, where the erstwhile royal family retreated during the summer months. And don't forget to get a taste of the city's oldest lassi in the crowded Sadar Bazaar in the old city. You can see the southern side of the fort from here, and indeed from most of Jodhpur. Shri Mishrilal Hotel has been serving their special Makhaniya Lassi since the late 1920s. What makes it different to anything that one has tasted before was the sour malai on the top, which helped offset some of the sugary sweetness. After the heavy lassi, the light steering made piloting the car out of the narrow lanes of the old city seem like a breeze.
So there are a lot of things that we like about the Elantra, but don't just take our word for it. We've met up with owner Shishupal, who has a Elantra automatic. So Shishupal, what made you choose the Elantra?
It's a very comfortable car. My uncle used to drive a high-end luxury car, but once he drove this car, and when he got back to his car, and he just turned the wheel, and he said, "What happened? Is it corrupt or what? You can just try and go to your mechanic."
Yeah, well, that's the thing about the Elantra. It's got a nice and light, quick, easy steering, and it's quite confidence-inspiring on the highway as well, right?
Yeah. The pickup is very nice.
With this, the first part of the Fort Trip series with Hyundai comes to a close. Join us on the next episode for more explorations through India's rich heritage.